Hey, this is Larry Osborne again, and we are talking about what it takes to have a healthy governance team, be you a church plant all the way to an extremely large church. And the principles and characteristics are just the same. In this video, I want to talk about guarding the gate, and in particular, who you want to guard the gate from. We'll take a look later on at who you want to invite into your board, but first of all, you need to keep the wrong people out, because as I said earlier in a previous video, once they're in the pen, it's incredibly difficult and painful to get them out. Well, there are a couple of key characteristics that over the years I've learned to watch out for. And one of them is the Christian pit bull Rottweiler, the watchdog for Jesus, who never got the memo that baby Jesus has grown up and no longer needs a watchdog. They usually major in seeing all that's wrong with other Christians who don't get everything right. Well, here's a problem. They might agree with you on everything right now, but if you bring them into your leadership team, sooner or later, I can guarantee you, there's going to be something you don't see eye to eye on. And when that happens, they're going to revert to their natural instinct, which is to bark, bite, and devour those who disagree with them. I have found that one of the most important things for me to do is to guard the gate against the angry, spiritual, theological, idealistic watchdog, because always, sooner or later, they turn on those who once they saw in their camp. Now, there's a second group of people that I've also found are the kind of people that might love Jesus and might be good Christians, but make very bad board members. And they are people who have a history of being inflexible. Often, they tend to be pretty idealistic, and they see everything black and white. Now, once again, they might agree with you completely today. They might be your biggest fan today. But as life goes on, the one thing I can guarantee you that will happen is this: things will be different than you expect. And if you're a growing person, you're actually going to change your mind and your viewpoint over some things over time. They might be minor theological changes. They might be methodological changes. They might be changes in terms of how you want to do ministry, all kinds of different things. And inflexible people are unable to make the change. Years ago, I saw a study on fast-tracked individuals in the corporate setting. And they talked about the number one and number two derailment factors for people that these corporations thought were going to go to the moon. And they were, number one, a lack of people skills. They didn't play well in the sandbox, and that derailed them eventually. But to my surprise, the number two most common derailment factor out in the corporate world was one I'd seen in church circles, and that was inflexibility. The inability to adapt to change when circumstances and situations change. So guard the gate. No matter what it costs you, you're far better to guard the gate today and take the consequences of perhaps that being found out than you are to get those into the pen and later on have a conflict with them. Hey, if you found this to be helpful and you'd like some other videos like this, be sure to subscribe and we'll get them out to you.